moving forward with, I guess, what you refer to as traditional television, is the reality is there's still a market out there that's not streaming. A big part of South Africa is not streaming, you know?
And one thing that you didn't know that policewomen, policemen go through, now that you are in depth with the character, what is that one thing that you find out about being a police?
Trauma. It's trauma. It's, imagine.
Because you know how with cops, they just they turn a blind eye to everything.
I don't know if cops turn a blind eye. I think.
How do we start? Where do we start?
You tell me.
First of all, I'm forgetting the name of the show on Netflix. I know today we're for Pimville, but the show on my goodness, me and my girlfriend. Can you just say shout out to Farai?
Wow, hello Farai, shout out to you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we binged the show wow. It's great. I never thought I'd see you. Maybe I'm not tapped into your work, but after seeing you on Netflix, I wasn't thinking you were gonna go to traditional your telenovelas. I thought maybe you're gonna just continue with Netflix. Your show makes. I don't know, because from my experience, right, I would say now the world is moving digitally, so traditionally people are not gravitating towards that now. So what made you wanna also just move forward with the traditional things?
So I think moving forward with, I guess, what you refer to as traditional television, is the reality is there's still a market out there that's not streaming. A big part of South Africa is not streaming, There's a big part of South Africa, as much as the world is moving digitally, the biggest chunk in South Africa don't have access to internet or access to streaming services. So there's still a market to be served. And then there's still, the authentically South African story that you want to tell, that you want to be a part of. It's not necessarily something that I planned on doing, but when I read the script and when I got to understand this character, I was drawn to the script and the character. So it was a story I wanted to tell. It's a story I wanted to be part of telling. So I think whether it's on SABC2 or on a streaming platform, I would go for the story.
It's funny you say, not funny. For example, when we're watching your movies, series, when we're looking at a detective, we always look at them as in for lack of a better word, they don't see the bigger picture of the whole thing. It's always but you're a cop, why can't you see the whole thing, So I don't know, with your role, is it the same thing, or you are the bigger person, you kind of see the whole thing? Because you know how with cops, they just turn a blind eye to everything.
I don't know if cops turn a blind eye. I think the viewer's privilege when watching the show would be knowing what's going on. So it's you watching the show, and if somebody killed someone, you know who killed them. But the cop in the show doesn't know. They have to investigate, right? So the viewer gets frustrated because they're how can't she see? But the truth is, if it wasn't revealed to you, you also wouldn't know who the killer is, right? So I think I have a newfound respect for the women and men in uniform who serve our country, because they get a lot of backlash, they get a lot of judgment. I'm not saying there aren't ones who are corrupt, but there certainly are ones that are there and they want to piece the country back together, Phello is a good cop, but she has blind spots, she's human. So we get to go with her on that journey of the desperation to want to solve a case, but then the reality of, first, her humanity, and secondly, it's not easy. It's not easy catching people who have been in the drug business for decades, and they run the streets, they run the industry, and to pin them to something because they have people in the police force, so they have, so that's the reality of the industry that Phello's in. But I sure think that the viewers are going to enjoy going on the journey with her, because you get to see her human side,
And one thing that you didn't know that policewomen, policemen go through, now that you are in depth with the character, what is that one thing that you find out about being a police?
Trauma. It's trauma. It's imagine how often do you see a dead body? How often do you see children mutilated? How often do you see women being cut up and put in a fridge? Those are the things that first responders, the cops, arrive to, and you read it in the paper, but they respond. And the reality is, those things haunt them. You know, it's not normal. Every other day, you find a body, or you find this. Somebody did this to a child, and those are real things. And so we underestimate how much they put on the line, but somebody's got to do it. And as I said, I have newfound respect for them.
And anything that you'd like to share with the world?
With the world, go and watch Pimville Monday to Friday, only on SABC2.
Thank you so much. Eh?
Thank you. Thank you so much.